About a year or so ago, I interviewed Steve Lopez about his book called Independence Day, about retirement, those who have tried it, those who succeeded, and those who had failed. And he said, I always remember this phrase. He said, sometimes just in their retirement, we all need purpose, okay, or seek purpose. He said, maybe your purpose is just walking the dog that day. So how do you inject relevance or purpose into the retired life, Teresa? So
one important thing that we saw people doing is what we call identity bridging. And that is finding some piece of that pre-retirement identity that was very important to you and figuring out a way to bridge that identity or part of it into your retirement life. So one person we interviewed had been a very high level leader in his company, and he treasured that leader identity. He treasured that relevance and sense of purpose he had every day, affecting the lives of tens of thousands of people in his organization, not to mention the customers and the suppliers and the distributors. He had always, for decades, belonged to a church with his wife, and they were regular members. But he had never been terrifically engaged in the church because, as a C-suite executive, he just didn't have the time. But when he retired, he started becoming more engaged in that church. And within a year, he was leading the board of trustees of the church and taking on leadership of its capital campaign. So he felt extremely fulfilled in this role. Can you see how he bridged that leader identity